We're ready to go.
Red Bull Music Academy.
Red Bull Music Academy.
Madrid.
Madrid. C'est bon? C'est bon, Pablo? C'est bon, Pablo? Okay, so we're here in Club Malasaña in Madrid with Raphaël Top Secret, all the way from Paris.
Paris, yes.
So my first question is pain au chocolat ou chocolatine?
Pain au chocolat.
Yeah, pain au chocolat. So you're a real Parisian.
Yeah.
From what area around?
North Paris, Paris 18th. Near.
18e.
Yeah.
So that's where you grew up.
I grew up in the 17th near Place de Clichy, La Fourche, and we moved with my parents when I was teenager in the 18th. Yeah.
In the 18s, all right.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, growing up there, being born around mid 80s, time where it was very iconic for the history and transition from disco music to house. How did you perceive it in Paris?
I think I was too little to really feel it, but I like music from a young age. So I collect CD and tapes. From young age already.
And it was something that you had personal curiosity for, or your parents were like kind of motivating you to?
I think I had a own curiosity for it. Yeah, I remember a picture of me like holding a tape, and I'm already 3, and it's like I'm curious about the tape. I look at it. It's something.
So the artwork, or just?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but I had a hi-fi system, little hi-fi, like chaîne hi-fi.
Salon.
Like in my bedroom, very young. So yeah, I had an interest for music quite young.
Peut-être we're gonna have to speak. How do you say it? Closer to the
mic,
yeah.
A little bit more closer. Okay. Yeah.
Just gonna bring it up. There we go.
Sweet.
Then you just cut. Cheers.
Salut.
So your first genres and that you remember listening to and experimenting?
Yeah, my father bought me a CD from Technotronic. Pump Up the Jam. Pump Up Jam was my first CD, single CD. My dad bought it and he saw I liked it. I started dancing. I was very little, yeah.
And that's like what you started with was more house then. What you remember?
Yeah, seems like, but I wasn't listening to really various style. Like I was also listening to The Doors.
Right.
Yeah, Jamiroquai. Yeah, very little, and I was open to.
And was it like being born in Paris and growing up there? Was it like a direct exposure to the French touch and the entire history of, Pierre Schaeffer and Jean-Michel Jarre?
Yeah, probably. Even if I didn't knew them, but probably there was of course I know I was living in a neighborhood, a district not far where Daft Punk also grew up, to school, so it was all around. My aunt also was into music, more like reggae music, African music, so yeah, it was all around. Definitely, even if I didn't notice much at that time, it's something that's definitely get into my brain. Yeah.
So you had more of an understanding of the context of what had happened later when you discovered music, rather than having it as the reason why you.
Yeah. It's interesting with the time you can think, oh yeah, that was the vibe that time. I remember a little bit, the vibe. And I understand.
Was it like à 17 ans, j'essaie de rentrer en boîte?
Yeah, definitely. Even my mom brought me to the first nightclub I went. We were 14, and at that time, we just pretend we are older. But the bouncer let us go, and it was fun. We experienced that nightlife quite young. Yeah.
In Paris Center.
In Paris Center, yeah. First club was Le Gibus, which is like a legendary old club.
I think I've heard it from my parents actually.
Yeah,
so possibly.
Yeah. It's a République in the République. Yeah.
And from being in France, when all this was happening, whereas it was originating, like the music contextually was going from America, and like how did you see, I guess, the translation from what was going on in America and France? Was it like, I know in France we tend to really inspire about American music and what happens, or was it more like a mixture of seeing what's going on here, or was it like I'm infatuated by what music is going on in America?
Yeah, at that time, I mean, when I start getting little bit more serious about music, it was more connected with grunge music, like more like Nirvana and hard rock like Metallica and Red Hot Chili Peppers, stuff like that. When I was 12, I started playing guitar with a friend, and so we were more like into this kind of stuff. And the first time I went to New York, it was 97. I was 12, and because my aunt, the same who was into reggae and African music, she moved there, and so I visit her and stay for 2 weeks, and then I had my first experience in America, and it was fun. She brought me to a concert of Burning Spear. I didn't really like reggae at that time, but she brought me to Metallica concert, so I was happy.
So that was more.
But it was interesting, she was living in Brooklyn, and at that time, like for me, it was all new, like handshake, like guys, like yo man, like what's up? Like I was like, yeah.
What pushed you to be like, I want to be part of this culture and
I was not so at that time. I found it a little bit strange. I was like, that's weird, like naked guy like dancing
on stage,
just just like with the swimming pants on the reggae music, smoking a spliff. I was like, wow, that is weird, but with the time you open your mind, and
you start to appreciate.
Exactly.
To appreciate
just a few years later, I start smoking. Yeah.
And so you mentioned you play guitar, so you're a musician. How would you classify? You're a musician, DJ, and producer, or?
No, I'm not a serious musician. I took some class of guitar and piano a little bit, but I didn't pursue like strongly. So I was more attracted by playing tracks.
Discovering what is unseen and
exactly, like searching and playing different stuff, but of course I wish I could be a better musician, definitely.
I mean,
I can still
from
improve,
what I've heard from your sets, there's a lot of musicality that goes through it. I've heard some of your sets, and they're very, I don't know, I love the way you tell your story. It's a very beautiful way of constructing a set, and I don't know if that's like how you go as usual, if you go with the mindset of I'm gonna go and tell a story of like contextual music, or is it more of like a feeling?
Yeah, it's a bit of both. It's like definitely when I start some selection, I try to find into myself what I want to tell. Yeah, it's something a bit abstract, but this is the way I built the story, and also then you just go with your flow,
Well, you smoke a spliff.
Yeah. For example, I there was some good stuff involved. Yeah.
And you don't like. Are you very picky about harmonic mixing and the very technical side of DJing, or is it more of like no rules to it?
Yeah, it comes more naturally. Sometimes when I hear a tune, I can connect with another one from kind of memory, or like it's something I worked for a while on that, so it comes kind of naturally. I have if I'm if I'm in a good if I my mind is connected with myself, like I can think, okay, this one is gonna be great. So
So it's like you walk down the street and you hear a song in a restaurant. You're like, oh my gosh, this can work with.
yes, it can happen, but it's more from when I play music at home, when I listen stuff. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the talk, and I'm very excited to see the free story you're gonna tell us today. Let's see where you take us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From the outside, can you make a question? What makes the difference between a good searcher of music, good digger, or another one? Like, what is the difference? What is the lab of searching? The barriers.
Because it's not really clear, the question. I don't understand.
Do you know what I mean?
Je crois que ce qu'il veut dire c'est I mean, after it's a question of opinion, but like what do you believe makes someone successful at digging? Looking for
In the selection.
yeah, looking for tracks that have maybe gone unseen and
Yeah, I think that most important is to play what you really feel you love, and something, if you hear a tune and if this tune is special for you, you will feel it. That's, for me, that's really the key of why I picked this one. It's because most of the time it's all about, like, this is really special for me more than this track. That's important to define your identity as a DJ. I think that's the most important. It's about emotions and connecting emotions. These tracks make you feel like that. That's how we also connect all together. It's because you invite me, because you like my selection, and it means like we have some connections in the, like, our feelings in life, in general. So that's
through the sound.
Yeah.
And I'll just ask you one last question: is what's a record that you wish you had produced it? You listen to it and it's like, oh man, I wish I had come up with that track.
Yeah, I know which one. Yeah, it's the Willy Colon, Set Fire to Me, but it's a remix. It's a mix from Yvonne Turner, who was she's still alive, of course. She's a really brilliant remixer and studio. She's a girl, and she was working in the 80s and 90s, and she did not too many tunes remix, but the one she did, it's just, for me, really, really beautiful, like amazing.
Something you'll never get tired of.
Oh no! This Willy Colon, Set Fire to Me is that would be like the one.
Petit endroit dans ton cœur.
That would be the one that if I will say the track I would love to have made, that would be this one. Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I really appreciate it, and like I said, very excited to see the story you're gonna tell us. All right.
Thank you.
Oi. Oh, the beer.
Take it.
Everywhere I hear your name, I feel so hot deep down inside. Since I knew you, woman, you flipped me upside down. And I'm about to do for you anything you want me to. All you have to do, girl, is to let the heart beat with mine and be all mine. Day I'm